Hey guys, LordOfPondtail here with another video for Rise of Empires, Ice and Fire. As you can see, we are on the Eden map and our guild win is about to take this small town. Small town level 1 has 4,800 rebel zeal, so you're going to need 4,800 loyalty to be able to hit it initially. Obviously again with this new damage status, once a certain level of the demolition value has decreased, then everyone else will be able to hit it. If you've got the thing goes down to 3,200 or even maybe something like that. So we're going to see that happen. Unfortunately, I am just off the 4,800. I'm currently at 4,700, so I can't do the initial hits with some of the stronger guys in the guild. As you can see, everyone is kind of coming in now, just getting ready. In terms of activity and how many people you're going to need, well, we've got about approximately 50 of us here ready to take this town this evening because it's 6 p.m. UK time. We have in general been taking a town each day for this will be the third day in a row that we've taken a town, and we have been doing it. So this is reset plus 15. It seems to be a reasonably good time for the mix of players in our alliance, and we've successfully taken both of the previous two towns each day. We will be using banners. You probably have seen me talk about this before. So in the Reign of Chaos specialization section, if you click on the red combat, if you go north, you will see these two banner icons here. First is the Raider banner, so if you place this, it will last for 30 minutes, and when you attack and anyone else in your guild attack, then any target within 5 tiles of the banner, you'll see an extra 10% on their demolition value. So if you're attacking with, say, Avalanche and Footmen, then that's going to be an extra 100 demolition points. So it does all add up, especially when you've got 50 plus people attacking. It does speed up the process. And then this second banner on the right hand side here, Pioneer banner. So you'll need to place a banner. Again, it will last for 30 minutes. And then when yourself and allies attack within 5 tiles of the banner, it will reduce the stamina by 50%. This is a massive benefit. It means that you only use up, well, it's called Legion energy, isn't it, in the Eden map. So you'll only be using up 5 of your Legion enemy per hit. Energy per hit with this banner activated. Both of these banners have a 24-hour cooldown though, so you're going to need multiple people in your alliance to have these banners. And as you can see, whoa, why has someone just placed it there? Oh dear. Alright, this is this is a good example of what not to do. I don't know who just placed a banner, but they've placed it away from the town. I don't know why they've done that. So that is ridiculous. Why have they done that? Why have they done that? So some genius, I don't know who has placed the banner, but they have placed it too far away. You have to place the banner within this unit, okay, by the town, so that it does cover the actual tile for the town, because the tile that covers the town, let me just get rid of this, is this middle square here. So even though there is the town image takes up 9 tiles? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it takes up 9 tiles. The actual tile you have to hit to decrease the demolition value is this middle tile. Now, this person placing the banner at the wrong location is going to have an impact on us, because it's going to take an extra, well, you're not getting that extra 10% buff. And the other issue we have is that the other person that has banners, their banners are on still a 28-minute cooldown. So I'm just waiting to see what people are deciding to do, because it's highly unlikely that we'll be able to take this town without the banner. So bear with me, guys. Okay, so another member of our alliance has placed banners, and they have placed both of the banners. Just while, so now the members of our alliance that have over 4,800 loyalty are going to attack the town, and they will be reducing this demolition value so that we can get it into the damage status, so that the rest of us, including myself, can then start to attack it. From tomorrow, I will, or even maybe later tonight, I should have 4,800 loyalty, so that's going to be a big benefit that I can help hit towns from the beginning. And also I can take level 12 tiles to kind of speed up everything in that regard as well. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be taking lots of level 12 tiles. That's not too bad. I mean, I'm a little bit behind in terms of my season progression. I wanted to be taking level 12s by now, if I'm honest, and I'd say I'm probably 400 or 500 loyalty behind where I wanted to be. I should have maybe done a little bit less loyalty on blue right, because right now I've used a lot of my points to go blue right here to get the extra 1200 loyalty that these 4 United Research skills give. The adverse effect that has had is that I didn't have an extra processing queue at the start. Now I have purchased the Elite Seasonal Challenge, so once I got to level 5 it gave me an additional processing queue as part of the privileges that that the Elite package gives. So I would say for those of you that are small spenders in the game, it is definitely worth spending those $20 to do the Elite Challenge, because it will last for the whole of the season. It's not like the Reign of Chaos. I think it was called, what was it, Imperial or Royal Privilege package or something, and that was I think that was £10 a week. So I would advise that for you guys that do spend a little bit of money on the game, then the Elite Challenge upgrade on Eden Seasons is very good value for money. The other reason I say that is that if you look on the privilege section, you do get super tickets, the orange scrolls, so you get 2 at the start, and as you get all the way through to level 50, 2 there, you can pick up an extra 30 scrolls in total. Now usually if you buy a pack that has 30 scrolls in, that costs you $100, and you buy this pack for $20 and you get all the buffs for all the benefits for your season during Eden as well. So I would say in terms of value for money, that's really good. We've got now, annoyingly, again, we had to wait for about five minutes for someone to place a banner, so the defender recovery is going down. One thing to note is that after you get to the end of the 30 minutes, all that happens is the Guardian respawns, so you need a strong member of your alliance with a good T9 Legion to break the Guardian again, so that you can start hitting the town and reducing its demolition again. But the damage status remains, so that lower Rebel Zeal value remains, and it only recovers a little bit of its demo value, I think, as well, if at all, because if you're immediately hitting it again, then I don't think it does. But we'll keep an eye on that in 22 minutes. I think I'm probably going to leave this video to run for the whole duration, so that if you guys want to kind of then watch it in real time and see what it's like to take a town if you're further behind in this season, or if you've you haven't got to Eden yet and you want to see like the full process, then it's worth doing. So as you can see, all of the 4,800 members are hitting the town, and I would say, we've got at least 50 players that have built TPs here. I was a little slow. I had to abandon some tiles again, and so I'm at the back a little bit here, which is going to be annoying because it's going to take my troops longer to march there. But it's just one of those things. Something you have to be mindful of, now, is that you've got these high level tiles dotted around. So that's why we haven't all kind of built teleporting pads right by the town, because look, you've got a level 16 there, a level 14 here. So that's why there are gaps. But you want to place your castle as close to the town as you can so that your marching time is as low as possible. So the guys are doing reasonably well in terms of reducing the value at the moment. They'll be using footmen, and I know, for instance, if you look at Burnsy here, I played with Burnsy in Bath for a bit. He's a really good guy, got a very strong account, and he will just be sending his footmen one at a time with Avalanche. The benefit of that, if we have a look, so I've already set up my Legion ready to go as well, my class Legion. So I've got Avalanche. Avalanche is absolutely key, as I've said before, because she has this sixth skill, this unique skill on her Awaken that gives the 300 increased demo power. She is the only hero in the game that has this attribute as a skill, and that's why she is absolutely key when you're wanting to recruit as you get to SX heroes. So you'll want to be Avalanche is literally the most important hero you can get, because it'll allow you, with that 300 extra demo power, it'll allow you actually to march on locations with cavalry, and you could take an enemy tile, because tiles have 500 demo power, and with Avalanche your cavalry will have actually 700 demo power, so you can take that tile in one go. So it saves you lots of stamina. It gives you that ability to kind of get to tiles quicker than maybe opponents who are using footmen as well. So there's lots of benefits to having Avalanche, and when you combine her with footmen. So in this Legion, you'll see I've got my full gold gear going on for my footmen, and then I've got Demon Spear and Bleeding Steed, and then I've just got my T9. I've gone for standard footmen rather than pop in my enhanced troops, because it's going to cost me gold, obviously, if they're dying, and I want to kind of keep those enhanced troops potentially for tile battles down the line. Another thing, like people in this guild have noted, I've seen some people talking about, is that they need to train footmen, and that is one key point I would say is that you always want to be training. Always, like every single day that you play this game, you should have footmen, archers and cavalry training, so that you can have as high a troop count as possible. I think I have around 15 million troops at the moment. I'm hovering around the 120 million power mark, and I'm not sure actually. Let's see, troop power close to 100 million. Yeah. So it's really, really important, because you never know when you might. For instance, earlier today I did take some level 12 tiles when I was at 4,600 loyalty, and I was losing about 120,000 troops into my coalition base camps, injured at the time. I think, one speed up, yay. I'm not sure how many are going to be in there, but there's going to be quite a few in there. How are we getting on? We've got rid of over 200,000 of the demo power now in around 10 minutes. It's been taking us about 40 to 45 minutes, I think, to finish a town off. As I say, this is probably the largest amount of activity that we've had. We've had a few players join the alliance today. We are increasing all the time. And of course, as we get further into the game, people are going to be increasing their loyalty, and we'll hopefully have more players at this higher level of loyalty, so it will kind of speed up the process. I'm not sure what this person is doing, why they're going for that tile. What's Josh doing? You don't want to be going for... Okay, that's interesting. City zone. So you can take the city zone, and it has 3,000. But I don't know if that has any impact on what happens in the main section. It doesn't appear to. What benefit are we going to get from taking a small town? we're going to get 15 points on our occupation value. So obviously you want to be gaining as much occupation value as you can for your rewards. It will give us an extra 0.5% on our resource production, which is good because you need as much buff as you can to be generating those construction materials so that you can upgrade your workshops, your fortresses, and those coalition base camps to increase your loyalty. And it will give occupant marching speed towards city range at plus 50%. So if we're defending the town, we'll get the benefit there. The other thing is, once you do take a town, then in the zone of the town, then you'll be able to place a pad that takes only an hour to make. Now this is interesting. There's actually people. Honestly, you've got to learn, guys. So it looks like this guy here has placed his banner on his castle. So again, just to be absolutely clear, you have to place the banner at the exact location of what you're wanting to hit. Now you can't place two banners on the same tile at the same time, so you would just put them on adjacent tiles, as you can see here. So we've got one there and one there. Whoever put the banner there, it wasn't close enough to the town, and this person, I don't know why they've put the banner on themselves, but mistakes can be made. This is a complicated game. There's new mechanics for people all the time, and if you aren't watching videos of Mr. Gill, myself, and various other YouTubers, then how are you going to know unless you kind of try it out, right? And Demunk has come along as well, so we've got more people joining all the time. In terms of communication, as I say, I think I've said it in other videos, having a set standard, taking a town in the same hour every day just makes it easier for people to coordinate. And as you can see, for our guild, many of us are able to be online at this time. It's pretty convenient for those of us in Europe and Asia, the Middle East. It's reasonably late for those in the Far East, but Americans as well. It's probably lunchtime. I think it's Burnsy's lunchtime over in the US. So it does generally work. This plus 15 hours after reset is a pretty good time, and quite often as well. Right, here we go. So now you can see that the town is on fire, and the rebel zeal has dropped to 3,000, and everyone now is going to bundle in with their troops. So I've got a 30-second march time. I'm actually going to change this 4th Legion and pop some footmen in here and send them off as well, because I don't think otherwise I'm not going to get a massive score if I'm only sending one Legion at a time. So let's have a look at this. So if you have the marching animation on, it's pretty crazy to see, isn't it? Oh dear. Plenty of dragons going on there, golden dragons. You can't even see the town. Well, you can barely see the town. So let's take that off a bit. And so yeah, you're going to know when the town gets into the damage status, because you'll see it's in flames. And when did that happen? That happened at 1.2 million fortification value. So you have to get rid of 300,000 at 4,800 rebel zeal or 4,800 loyalty. Once you've done that, it drops it down to 3,000, and you've got the flames icon there as usual. My troops have just hit it, and as I always say, you just want to double check that your legions are hitting. In fact, I think... Okay. Oh, BleeStack so slow. Oh, no wonder it's slow. It's got all of this going on. Now, don't forget, guys, you do want to try and get in the top 10 for the most demolition value taken from the structure that you're attacking, because the top 10 will get extra honor points. You get 10,000 honor points. If you are not in the top 10, you'll only get 2,000. I think we're going to do this in a reasonably good time. We took the first 100,000 very quickly. I only got off, 2 marches. I'm definitely going to start using my other legions because this is just otherwise I'm not going to get a lot of hits. So let's just see if what I can do with a second Footman Legion. So I've got Jade and Iron Hand, and I need a plain orange Dual Blades. Should do. And then let's put some Footmen in. And you know what? I'm going to send my cabs as well, as they are. Yeah. Now, each time you send people to march, occupy. There we go. You can see that because we've got this banner in place, the energy, Legion energy, is only going down by 5 each time. The only weird thing is with this is that when you get to having just 5, even if you have the banner in place, the game will not let you. The game will not let you send another last hit with that last 5 energy. So just to warn you about that, if you're expecting to get one last hit when you're attacking an object and you're using the banner to reduce the Legion energy used, it will not. If you've got only 5 energy left, it won't let you send that Legion again for that one last time. Let's have a look. So it's already down to 930,000 demolition value. So we're definitely going to take this in probably about 10 minutes, the way we're going. As I say, this is the most people we've had online for a battle so far. What I was saying as well, we should just check your Chaos Battle report. So we've got victories here. So all of the legions are obtaining victories. You want to be careful that you're not sending, for instance, 3 cavalry heroes, even if they're S heroes. Don't send them with footmen because they won't be strong enough to defeat the guardians, because they are strong guardians in these towns. Oh, BlueStacks does not like all the action going on. Now, if I was right by the city as well, I would probably, if I was right by the town in one of these locations, it would only be taking me probably 10-15 seconds to do a march, even with footmen. While for my legions that don't have the gear, you know, it's taking what, 45 seconds, etc. So it's not ideal. Let's see what the marching time is for that. Yeah, 45. It's about 45 seconds. So I'm not getting. That is the other key thing you want to factor in for yourself, is that if you're looking to get this top 10 reward, then you do need to be pretty close. One kind of benefit I do have is that because I've got Avalanche, I'm getting the kind of one of the highest demolition values with this legion being. Well, it's at 1,030. It'll be at 1,036. So that is going to be very high. If you know, some people are only. If you look at the different demolition values on my legions at the moment, there you go. 1,036 for this legion that are footmen with Avalanche. My T9 Cav is doing 460, and then my T9 footmen 736. So that's the kind of different range of demo value that you're getting from your different troop types and your different hero combinations. As I say, if you've got Avalanche, then the best thing to do if you need that maximum value taken is then to combine her with footmen. So we're already over halfway as well, and We might even do it before our banners end, so that will be good. The other person in our alliance, Florence, who's a bannerman, her banners are ready now as well, so we definitely won't have a problem. I would actually, if it was me running the guild, I would tell her just to save her banners, because we're not going to need her to use them. I've really got to keep an eye on my legions coming back as well. So I'm just trying Bleeding Stead in this combo because I finished the 6th skill, Awaken skill today. As it's a Thursday, it's Hero Day, so I thought I'd pop him in and have a look and see what he's doing. I still got to get 2 more duplicates for him on 7th and 8th skills, so he's not really ready for combat in general, but for taking a town, you know, I need as many footmen / normal orange heroes as I can. Oh, aren't these already run out of stamina? As you can see, like I haven't even used up half of my energy so far. I mean, I'm not going to use up all my energy, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. The other thing I should have shown actually was my contribution points. Let's just set these off again, and then we'll have a quick look. I can't remember if I think it probably does update Ive, but you do get a significant, if you're taking a lot of hits or giving a lot of hits to the town, and you're reducing a lot of the demo power, it gives you significant points towards your season tally. And once you're at this kind of level of, I'd say 4,800 loyalty, and you can take level 12 tiles. For those of you that are thinking about changing guilds later in the season, you can even do it in the last week of the season. If you're an active player, you can, and your guild are taking towns or or capitals, you'll easily be able to rack up 10,000 points within a week. Let's have a quick look. Into guild. Ooh. So loads of people, yeah, I'm already up to 16,000 points, and as you can see, nearly 13,000 have come from demo, hardly any from tiles. So demo is when you are attacking a gate. It's when you're attacking a gate or a town, later into the season, a capital, or even the ancient ruin, if you're lucky enough to be in the alliance that is going to have a shot at that. But I mean, to get the ancient ruin, you're definitely going to have a coordinated effort of all 200 members of your guild. I even actually know that in, for instance, in season 1, I saw another guild. There was quite a lot of diplomacy, shall we say, on the map, and the main guild had assistance from other players in other guilds when they took the ancient ruin. And to be fair, they did it easily. Actually, they probably didn't need those players, but for this, it's going to be interesting. All of the buildings have got such higher demolition values. You're definitely going to need 200 players for these, possibly for the capitals, the level 6 capitals as well, and then of course the ancient ruin. I hope you guys are kind of finding this video informative. It's certainly a marathon for me to keep talking through it, so I'm sorry if I'm talking a bit randomly about the season, but I think it's kind of a good indicator for you guys of how much time you need to allocate just yourself as individuals for these town hits, and just the planning that's required as a guild in general. As I've said, having like a set time I think is really key, and one that works for nearly the majority of your guild. We've probably got 90% of the players in our guild taking part in this town hit right now. And yeah, what we've done, we've done 80% of it. We're under 300,000 demo value remaining, so we've done 80% of it in 29 minutes. And bearing in mind we had a bit of a slow start, didn't we, with the issue with the banners, I would say we probably would have been a little bit further ahead. So we're on target to complete this in around 30, I'd say 36 minutes, isn't it? Oh dear. So there's a little bit of madness. I think that's a good shot for the video thumbnail, right? I think don't be surprised if you've seen that on the thumbnail, guys. That's a pretty cool image. Certainly more interesting than the lines, but it's easier on the processing if you don't have all of the troop images going backwards and forwards. I'll be interested to see if I do end up in the top 10 doing it this way with one Cav Legion, my Footmen Legion with Ava, and then the 2 other Footmen Legions. For those of you that are kind of, again, like, I've kind of gone with the attitude that generally I will try and keep as many heroes as I can, because you'll also get the defensive legion when you do your Master City defense. So you need 15 heroes minimum to fill your 5 legions. And then when you think you've got these scenarios where ideally you want to have actually 4 legions of footmen, so you know you're going to need at least 6. You're going to need at least 5 season heroes, and then you could have like 7 standard orange, I guess. The only two orange standard heroes that I've got rid of were Yamaraja and Rough Rider. I have kept all the others, and you can see in my legions now. I mean, I've got 5, and then I've got and then I'm using 4 S heroes. So if we use this as a kind of indicator, I mean, I've not even used, or I'm only just about used half of my stamina, and depending on how much stamina everyone else has, oh no, I have used probably a little bit more than, probably half, isn't it? You know, potentially as a guild right now, we could take a larger town, a level 3 town, I would suggest, as long as we are, you know, coordinating and everyone is present. I think that is a possibility, and it'll be interesting to see if we do that in the coming days. But the only issue is, of course, that you are going to need a reasonable amount of members in the guild to have the loyalty required to get rid of that first section of demo power, and that is always going to be the key, because obviously the higher the level of the building, the more demo power it requires, and the more people really you're going to need. I think we're going to get very close now to finishing. 18,000 left, 12,000, 7,000. I'm not even going to bother sending that legion again, because we're about to do it. And there we go, guys. So you can see that the town has changed, and winners successfully occupied small town on map 5 at this location, and participants will receive city buffs. So that is it. We've taken the town. It did take, it took about half an hour, didn't it? So that's pretty effective. Let's have a look at how I got on personally. So in the ruins occupation notice, I wasn't in the top 10, nuts. I was 19th. Okay, well, that's not so bad. And then we had, we had a pretty good. So I get 20,000 honor points, 2 times 10,000 honor points, and Burnsy absolutely killed it there. He got 81,000 demo, and he got that much because he was using all. I'm pretty sure, because he was right by the building, he was just using, as I was saying, he would have used Ava in one legion at a time, doing what I was doing with my class legion. Oh, I've got camping. Yeah, he would have been using just Ava with his footmen one at a time, and that's how he's got so much demolition power removed. So there we go, guys. That is how you take a level 1 tile. As you can see, a level 1 tile, a level 1 town on the Eden map. Key things to think about, again, as I've said before, when taking objects. So you need to have your bannermen placing those banners so that you can get double the amount of stamina / energy, and you're getting the additional demo power benefit as well. Then you want to make sure that those banners are being placed in the correct location, so right by within 1 tile of the tile that you're attacking, both of them, so that it covers it. As you can see, we made it. There were a couple of mistakes here, and the all important thing is good communication between the guild, so that you can get that maximum amount of activity, participation in the hits, and that's pretty much the key to it, really. And obviously having a decent, only taking towns once you've got a decent amount of people at that 4,800 loyalty, so that you can reduce it to, in a good amount of time, reduce it down to the damage status, so that everyone else can hit it when it's down to that 3,000 rebel zeal. So there we go, guys. This has been a special longer version of my videos with taking a town on the Eden map. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already and you've enjoyed the video, please do click on that subscribe, ring the bell. Many more videos on Eden to come. And if you could please share my channel in your province chat, alliance chat, guild chat, on WhatsApp, line, Discord, whatever you use to communicate with your fellow players in the game, I'd really appreciate it, guys. If you have any comments about what I've talked about or the content of the town hit today, then again, pop them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I'll respond back to you as soon as I can. And that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.